Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing this evening? It's nice to see y'all. I know it's been a while, but we're here for the Swaggy Sports Podcast. We're going to get right into it. We're about
Yes,
a
sir.
month into the NFL season. I'm happy to have with me some longtime friends, Mr. Fudgy, Mr. J-Mo. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Going, man.
What's going
We're
on?
just going to chop it up about some football talk today. We're about a month into the season. Like I said, we've got a couple good teams looking real strong. I feel like there's a couple teams that I feel like were expected to look better beginning the season and aren't really panning out how they should be. So we're just going to talk about it a little bit. Week 3 went by. I could just run through a couple of the scores, a couple of the games we thought kind of popped out. Packers 49ers, that was a really good game. That came down to the wire last week with Rodgers just doing what he does best. Left too much time on the clock per usual. Just he did what he had to do. And it just shows you, like, there's so many quarterbacks in the league now, like Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady. If you give them the ball with too much time left, you're just not going to win. It's just how it is nowadays. They just know what to do. Enough time on the clock, they figure out a way to get it over, at least to get it field goal or go for the touchdown. It's just crazy. Browns, Bears, I thought that was a crazy game just solely because Justin Fields' first start, they only had one net passing yard, which is just insane. Like, I don't know. Like, do you feel like that's more of a coaching issue or just like was Fields out there just seeing too many goats? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Jeez. I think, honestly, I think it's coaching because they never really was really sold on Justin Fields early. Mm-hmm. Like, even in preseason, he performed, but I don't think they were completely sold on him through the offseason. So they didn't give him many reps, and yeah, that's what the result was.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I feel you draft up to get a guy like that, you must assume that he's your franchise guy as soon as you get him. And then they have Dalton there, who they initially said he's the quarterback. That just, I feel like it put so much pressure on Justin, which I feel like he's a good player, but I feel like he was just thrown into the fire. Kind of how like we did Dwayne, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you just throw him into the fire after not really telling him he's the quarterback one, but he should be. And then you throw him out there not really knowing what's going on. I feel like that's just the result you're gonna get.
You gotta let these guys know early that they're your guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta if you send them out there with any kind of uncertainty, it will not go right.
100% agree. 100% agree. Rams beat the Bucks again, which you gotta look at the right way because you throw Stafford in the mix. Like, right. It's just, and I think they look really good.
NFC Championship, honestly.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, probably. I honestly think that.
The
Saints?
Yeah.
You got the Saints in the mix, J-Mo?
Always.
You have your faith in Jameis like
that. But that's a first pick.
Mm-hmm. The 30 for 30? 30 for 30 Jameis? It's like, nah.
30 of them things, let me know.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, they beat the Pats last week. You can't, anytime you play the Pats at home, I know they're still figuring things out, but if you can beat the Pats at home, that's rare. Ravens, Lions, Jay Tucker, it would kill to have a kicker like him. Just crazy.
Go. Greatest kicker of all time. Sorry, Vinatieri.
Yeah. Sorry, Vinatieri, Prater. They got to move out the way. It's got to go to Jay Tuck, bro. He's ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous. Wow. First question I wanted to ask, after 3 games, good month to the season, who would you consider your early offensive player of the year candidate and defensive player of the year candidate? And Derek Carr is showing a lot right now with the Raiders. He's throwing up crazy numbers right now.
Yeah. That's my dark horse.
Yeah, you like him as your dark horse. Who would you? I'm gonna let y'all go first. Who would you, if you could pick a OPOY right now to pan out? Who would you pick?
I'm gonna have to go with Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with Kyler Murray. Cliff Kingsbury, him and Cliff, their rapport is getting better every year. You know, think about it. Think about all the great quarterbacks. Brady, Belichick. He had Belichick. Breeze. He had Sean Payton. You know what I mean?
That's how you feel about that?
Yeah, they could potentially be that.
I mean, they're definitely surrounding him with some dogs. They're surrounding him with some dogs. Dogs.
And
Crazy.
yeah, I think Kyler Murray for right now. You got to keep it up though.
Kyler, he's sitting.
He got a tough week this week against the Rams, but
game of the week probably game of the week if you ask me.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, tough week coming up, but I think he'll tread water. I think they'll tread water, but they won't win. Rams are too high powered. Defense is just
that defense phenomenal.
Ramsey
not just at the corner no more. Now he everywhere.
No.
Everywhere. Oh my god.
And the thing I love about Ramsey so much, bro, is that he's coming to hit you too. You know what I'm saying? Not many a lot of corners, they'll after the catch, they're trying to ankle bite, just get the guy. Nah, Ramsey's trying to run through you. Like he's in the run mix too.
Right? Yeah.
Ramsey in the trenches.
Yeah, most corners either trying to strip or they ain't gonna get you.
Yeah. You guys had Kyler. Kyler's right. I like the Kyler pick. He's sitting third right now in the league in yards with 1,005, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Fantasy wise, he's going ridiculous. Like he's averaging at least 20.
He does. He does this thing for me on fantasy right now.
Mm-hmm. I got him in 2 out of my 3. He's painting me out pretty well so far.
Yeah,
I think he's going for it. If you guys go Murray, I think I would say Murray for sure. I think Lamar Jackson is definitely a candidate again, just because of like how he's looking on the rushing yard aspect of it. He could potentially go, if he really does his thing, he go top 5 passing and rushing at this rate. You know what I'm saying? Another person I would throw in is Josh Allen, sliced the Washington football team last week, straight surgery.
And did
Slice
everything.
And dice those. I like Kyler. I like Josh. I like Action Jackson. You got to throw King Henry in the mix. You got to throw Devontae Adams in the mix. You never know that you could just go crazy. I think with it being their last year together, Rodgers and Devontae, I think they're going to try and do something crazy. That week 1 was definitely a scare, but they're starting to get themselves together.
Yeah, week 1, you knew they played, man.
That man, James, 5 of them things. Let's think DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year. You got Trey Diggs over in Dallas, 3 picks. You always got to go with Aaron Donald. TJ Watt, I was thinking was an early candidate, but he hurt his foot. I'm not sure if he's playing or not next week. I'm not sure. But who you guys thinking as far as defense goes?
I think Ramsey up there right now too. The way he playing. Mm-hmm.
I like Ramsey too. Kind of got to think of the dudes that you know they're dependent for their teams once it comes down into the stretch. Those type guys. Right, exactly. Let's get into this next question. Rams are looking good right now, like we talked about Stafford, and I was just kind of thinking of like, which do you think is the better strategy, where you develop the rest of your team for contention, like the Rams, you build up that squad. They've been contenders for the past couple of years because they were just in the Super Bowl, but they basically built that team and said, if Stafford is our quarterback, we can get to the promised land and win it, type of deal, type of energy, mentality, strategy. Where also you get your quarterback first, make him your franchise guy, and then you build the other spots along the way, your wide receivers, your front O-line. Then you go onto the defensive side of things, which, I mean, if you look at that side, you got to look at all the rookie quarterbacks right now. Like, I feel like the only one that's really playing decently well is Mac Jones. You know, Zach Wilson. They haven't won a game yet. You have, like we said about Justin Fields, they got a long way to go, I feel like. And then Trey Lance, he's in the mix for sure, but he's not starting yet. So you can't really put that all on him necessarily. It's more so on Jimmy G. So I just wanted to get your guys' opinion. Which do you think is the better route? You build that team first, then you throw your quarterback in there, or you get your QB first and you want to build around go get everyone else after that. What do you guys think? Which you think is the better approach?
You want to go first, or
I say you get the quarterback first, like something like the Bengals did.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
You build around him, like how they got chased. It wasn't saying it was going to work out, but I knew all along what was going to happen with that. Yeah, they got that.
I will admit, I'm not even going to cap. Seeing what he did in the preseason, I wasn't expecting him to start off as well as he is right now. You couldn't have told me. I would have been expecting what he was doing now based off the preseason. I know what he's good for.
I knew because he had took a year off, so he had to get a little bit. He had a little bit coming along to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see way more.
I don't think nobody expected him to explode out the gate like this.
Yeah,
I don't think nobody did.
Now they just they get that offensive line all the way together. They got a squad. T. Higgins come back from injury. Tyler Boyd playing how he playing, and Burrow just sharing love. He just giving everybody touching him. You don't just talk to one person.
What you think, Pudgy?
I hear you.
But they 3-1 right now, man.
I'll take building the team, man. I think you should build the pieces around your quarterback, because if you get the quarterback first and you never get those pieces, it's like you just wasted that man's career.
If you build the team and never get the quarterback, you don't know if another good quarterback gonna come out that.
I'd rather have a whole team than one man, bro.
So you'll pass on Joe Burrow.
Yes. For a Rams defense, yes, I would.
But so if Joe Burrow played for your team, you'd be way happier than you are now.
I mean, if coming from our perspective, I think we do need a quarterback, yes, but Chase Young was the right pick for us. You know what I'm saying? He was the right pick for us. He's supposed to be the guy he brought our last piece into the defense, couple more secondary options, and then we're going to wait for that quarterback of the future to eventually hop onto that squad. It's kind of different with us because I feel like Chase was good for us. So you're thinking you need to build the team first. I feel like you just mentioned the Bengals. Like you said, they still have some O-line to get correct. But after that, I feel like expecting defense too. Jesse Bates, they're nice on that defensive end. But then you have
they just got
the Bucks, for instance, the Rams. You have a team, and then you throw the right quarterback onto that team, and then it is what it is. If you have a guy that can really extend plays, knows the defenses out there, and could just make the play when it needs to be made, I feel like you just can't beat that. You can't beat that. Some defenses can, yeah, but like if you just have a guy out there that just with the ball's in his hand, and you know he's going to do the right thing at the right time to make your team successful, I feel like you can't beat it.
It's when you build it around the defense and then you go get your quarterback, bro. It is the perfect mesh.
Remember that Jaguars defense?
Yes,
how good they were,
and they needed a quarterback.
It took so long for them to find a quarterback that the defense broke up. Ramsey went to run.
That's true.
Boy by itself. I think Campbell left.
Great example.
It took too long to get a quarterback. Blake Bortles wasn't beating Brady, no matter how good that defense was.
You can't beat that, bro.
You had
That's a really good point.
You had a running back. Come on, I grabbed that quarterback, bro. I gotta win.
Yeah, I hear you.
Take too long, that defense not gonna keep playing their ass off. They gonna want to go win, so they gonna leave.
Right. Let's go into next week's matchups. We'll have a nice conversation. Let's see.
It's been a long time since I talked to you, Steve.
I know, bro. It's been too long, bro. When I switched over to the Xbox, bro, switched over to the dark side.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
We was rocking the 2K, bro. Something crazy too. Let's see what we looking like. So week 4 is the first one. We got a 1:00 game. Titans at the Jets. I think the Titans are gonna win that game. Jets are 0-3 right now.
Despite not having Julio or AJ Brown this week, I think Derrick Henry will carry the load. I think we'll see a better game out of Zach Wilson this week.
Beginning of the season, that was your offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, he's not helping me out right now. So
who did I said Jamar Chase. Just remember I said
okay. Don't forget Rashawn Slater though. If we talking rookie of the year,
you got 4 touchdowns. Crazy because I expected more out of Devontae Smith for real.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is a Heisman wide receiver, but I mean, you got Jalen Hurts too, who is also growing. They're gonna grow together, just like you say. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase will grow together. I think they will do the same.
Nah, they gonna grow together. You just gotta get it together.
Devontae, he's doing fine for now. I mean, he's definitely getting his targets, I would say. Jalen is trying to feed him the ball. Let's go into the next game though. We got Lions at Bears. That's always going to be a nice rivalry game. What y'all thinking? Lions at Bears.
I'm gonna take Chicago, even though Lions. Don't get me wrong, Lions are a tough team. Dan Campbell has them ready to go, bro. Every Sunday they are lining up and they're trying to play.
DeAndre Swift looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think Justin Fields shreds them. I think he shreds them this week. I think Justin Fields shuts some doubters, and I think he balls out this week.
I like that energy. What you thinking, J-Mo?
I don't know. Lions might have this. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really?
Yeah, Swift really looking good.
Soldier Phil, Khalil Mack, Eddie Jackson.
That sound good. Did you see what happened last week?
That's true. But do the Lions have a Myles Garrett or Jadeveon Clowney? They just let go of Jamie Collins.
Which is crazy. Washington need to pick him up.
Yeah, I think that would be a perfect fit for right now.
Yeah, that's a little wild. Yeah, I might go Bears.
The Bears. I'm gonna have to go with the Bears too. I do respect the output that Dan Campbell is putting on the field with those lines. I do respect it because they play hard. They play hard every week. They gave the Pack a nice first half. You know what I'm saying? Which realistically they shouldn't have, but they did. They gave them a first half.
They gave 4. Yeah.
Right. And they honestly should have beat the Ravens if they didn't have Justin Tucker. So I respect what they're doing, but I kind of piggyback on what Fudgy said. I like Justin Fields this week. I think he shuts a lot of people up, makes himself known that he can play in this league. So I think I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Right.
Next game, we got Colts at Dolphins. Now you got to keep in mind, I don't think Tua is on IR, so he's not playing. I'm not sure what's up with Wentz. That boy messed his ankles up. I'm not sure what's up with him either. Yeah, but I would assume. I'm assuming if Wentz can rock, I'm going with the Colts. If it's Jacob Eason versus Jacoby Brissett, I low key might have to go with the Dolphins defense to win that game because I like the Dolphins defense.
Even with Carson Wentz back there, I'm going Miami.
Okay.
Miami, their defense, they're coming along, of course.
They get a takeaway every game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what is Carson Wentz good for? Turnovers.
I'd agree with that. I mean, that defense, they like to get the rock. They like to get the ball.
And I think when the Colts, they had their good season, I think it was it 2 years ago? I'm not too sure. But Jacoby Brissett was at the helm, and they were winning. Jacoby Brissett knows how to win. Brian Flores, he knows how to win. Yeah. They can match. They've been with each other for a minute because you got to remember Brissett was in New England when Brian Flores was.
Yeah.
Yep. When they won the Super Bowl.
Right. So they know what they're trying to achieve and what has to happen for that.
And bro, at that, you have that year they won the Super Bowl. That was the Deflategate. So you had Jimmy G play some games. Brissett played some games. So that's a good point.
Jacoby Brissett knows how to win.
I like that take. What you thinking, J-Mo? Colts at Dolphins. You got Dolphins too?
Yeah, I got Dolphins. That defense.
I hear you.
Like that.
Let's see what we got next. I like this one. Browns at Vikings. Little bit of history there because Stefanski was under Zimmer. That's going to be a little interesting there.
Yeah.
Got
What y'all
Browns.
thinking? Y'all go first. Browns at Vikings.
I got Browns. Man, Odell in the lineup. Nick Chubb, Hunt, they looking great. 1-2 punch. Landry. I got Browns. Myles Garrett, that defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take Browns. I'm gonna have to take Browns on this one because of yes, of course, that defense, but I don't think Minnesota has the run defense to handle Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I don't think they have that.
Can't
I
stop
mean,
both.
you got Eric Hendricks in the middle, which is a great linebacker. You got Danielle Hunter as well, but I mean, other than that, well, and Harrison Smith as well. But on the outside, you don't have no real corners. I think they abuse the play action, and yeah, I think Browns take this one. But don't sleep on Minnesota. Do not sleep on Minnesota. Minnesota played in the overtime game already, and they should be honestly 3-0. Minnesota should honestly be 3-0. You have the
I
missed
like
field.
that.
You have the missed field week 2, and you have the overtime flop, and then they just beat. So they could be easily 3-0. So don't sleep on them. I don't think they fighting hard right now. Kirk Cousins, he looks good,
But I'm gonna have to agree with y'all. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Browns. I would like to see Stefanski show up on his old team. Their secondary, their back end is tough. Mac Wilson, the Joker, the dude out of Notre Dame they picked up in the draft. I like their offense. OBJ's back. I'm gonna have to go with the Browns as well.
Baker had that bad throw at the end of the game against Kansas City.
Yep.
Yeah.
If any of that doesn't transpire, we're looking at a 3-0 Browns team.
Washington at Atlanta. My thing is this, bro. If the Washington defense can't prove that they are the defense that they were supposed to be these first 3 weeks against this Falcons offense, then they have a lot of serious evaluating to do. If they can't perform against that offense, who I'm not straight slandering right now, but they're not ranked wise, they're not that good.
Right.
Neither is our defense. But I think this is the best test they're going to get in a while to prove, okay, they can play defense. Because right now, just on third down, it's atrocious. Too many penalties. Front four isn't doing their job. And if the front four doesn't do their job, secondary can't cover forever. So it just looks like things are getting aired out. There's a lot that needs to be fixed. But, I mean, I'm going with Washington this week. I think they're going to win. Curtis Samuel is off IR, so he's coming back that week. I honestly think that's huge because the biggest problem I feel like Washington has offensively is that Terry can still get doubled, and there's not really anyone else out there that's really going to make splash plays. You got Logan Thomas that can be fumbled every time he makes a splash play. So I think throwing Curtis Samuel in the mix is going to help open things up for the both of them. And hopefully Heineke can just manage us a win and our defense can carry like they're supposed to. What y'all thinking though?
This defense, if they don't show up this week,
y'all DBs don't show up.
They won't show up for the rest of the year. They have been talking in the media, and we responded like, we're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. Well, when are you going to get it together? If it's now, then it's never. And against a team like Atlanta, who has Matt Ryan, used to be an elite quarterback.
That's MVP.
Yeah. Once MVP. A one-time MVP.
Always MVP.
I mean, dude, I know Matt Ryan, if he's not going to get touched by our front four, he can dot us up for sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying. So
and Kyle Pitts might have the game in his career.
And if we can't,
I think this will be a quick one. Texans are at Bills. I think with Josh coming off the week he had last week against us, I think he's just going to keep it rolling. Get Diggs involved, get Sanders involved.
Yeah, Buffalo's rolling right now. I think that first week against Steelers was just a wake-up game for them.
And the Texans, they're missing Deshaun Watson. So.
We got Giants at Saints. I'm going to have to go with who that for sure. I mean, the Giants are 0-3. I got the Saints, Jameis, AK-41.
No Sterling Shepard, no Darius Slayton. Saints are going to roll.
Chiefs at Eagles. I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs there.
Coming off of a loss last week, I'm going with Mahomes.
Yeah.
I know he feel like he got something to prove now. People probably think, oh, that's not the same Chiefs. And I'm not mistaken, he just got Josh Gordon too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another
Isn't that
speed.
wild, bro? Good for him. I mean, he's in the perfect offense. Honestly, he's gonna be
Yeah,
slide.
he's just like Tyreek. Now it's like
A tall one at that.
that's like three, four speedy people you can just launch the ball to and just know they're gonna be there. Harmon, Tyreek, Gordon,
Kelsey.
He not even Kelsey.
Pringle or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
Pringle.
Yeah, but I think honestly, I'm taking Chiefs, but the Chiefs offense looks like it's pretty much figured out right now.
That's a good take right there, Fudge. You think teams are starting to figure out what they're trying to do in Kansas City with Andy Reid?
Yeah, I honestly think so because don't get me wrong, Chiefs will still put up numbers, but teams are getting turnovers now. Chiefs are not really known to turn the ball over. Mahomes, before the season, Mahomes never threw an interception in September, and he was undefeated. This year, how many interceptions?
He wasn't top 5, so I didn't write him down. But I want to say it's 3. And like you said, they were literally calling him Mr. September. That's a very good point. That is a very valid point. I mean, you have a guy like Mahomes who I feel like you can write the play down. Definitely interesting how he's not really having the usual September that he is.
Right.
Let me find his stats, though. So far, 3 interceptions. He has 9 tutters, 3 interceptions.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Their offense will put up points always. And then you add Josh Gordon, that's more points, maybe, if he can come back the way people think he will.
Jeez, Claypool out this week.
Claypool?
Yeah.
Shoot, they go to Green Bay. They going to Wisconsin, so
they get TJ back, they get Joe Hayden back, but this is Green Bay we're talking about here.
Mr. 37 seconds.
37 let's see who we rocking with next. I think this will be a good game. Panthers at Cowboys. Well, who y'all thinking? Y'all go first. What y'all thinking there? Panthers at Cowboys.
I like Panthers. I think Sam Darnold got out of a bad situation, and now he's showing everyone what he could have did with the pieces around him. Is McCaffrey playing?
No. Ooh. But don't get me wrong, Chuba Hubbard is a nice backup.
He is. He's sound. He's a sound back. What you think, Fudge?
Sad to say, but yeah, Dallas will they'll get the dub this week. They'll knock off the undefeated Panthers. He'll have another great game, I think, you know.
Nah, think about it. Yeah, Panthers gotta lose. Damn, yeah.
I think, sad to say it as well, I think the Cowboys hand them their first loss of the season. They're back at home. I think if C-Mac's out, that's going to be critical. Like you said, you got to respect Chuba Hubbard, but in games like those, games against the Cowboys, you're going to need a C-Mac. You need your C-Mac out there to try to hang. You know what I mean? So
right now, I think the Cowboys are starting to smell themselves. I think they know their potential. And now that Dak's back, I think they're trying to capitalize on that.
And that offense definitely doing good, man. Dak always numbers. It's just the defense couldn't stop other teams.
Yeah, their offense they're good enough right now where they can outscore. I think so. They can outscore probably anybody right now.
Their defense can get 3 stops now.
Yep, I agree. Seahawks at 49ers. What y'all thinking?
Seahawks.
No. I'm going to go 49ers.
I'm taking Seattle.
I don't like what I see from Seattle right now.
Seattle, man. They got something to prove. Russell Wilson is not nothing to prove. DK.
Seattle doesn't look good right now.
I'm saying they got something to prove. Bobby Wagner leading the league in tackles. He's doing this thing. You need his teammates to help him out.
49ers. I'm still sold on 49ers. I mean, should have been 3-0 team.
Should have beat the Packers, but they left 37 seconds.
Yeah, and is Russell Wilson Aaron Rodgers?
But Russell Wilson is another quarterback who you can't leave too much time. You know this. He will put his team in field goal range in 37 seconds.
Well, this gonna be a physical game, and I think that the 49ers are more physical than Seattle. I mean, you do have Wagner and Jamal Adams.
You got DK on the other end looking like a safety at receiver.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man. I think that's definitely that could be one of those top games this week. A 405 game. Levi Stadium definitely gonna be packed.
right.
That defense you got on the 49ers end, you got Bosa, Fred Warner. Their secondary took a toll losing Barrett for the season. Definitely took a toll with him. But I think Fred Warner is a safety out there for real. He can fly.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks got to get it together. For sure.
Remind you a little bit of Shazier, how he fly around the field. Shazier really was everywhere.
I mean, they wouldn't have paid that money if he hadn't, right?
Cards at Rams. I think that's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna have to go with the Rams for this one. I'm gonna have to go with the Rams because of their defense.
At the 8:00 game?
No.
Nah.
You know what it's?
What's the night game on Sunday? Well, Sunday, bro. They got Brady going back to Gillette, dog.
On home.
You already know that's gonna be the Sunday night.
This will be the most watched Sunday night football game.
Anybody break Bree's record?
Yeah.
Right.
On the field.
Bree's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a show.
Yeah.
Bucks and whooping.
Yeah. That's gonna be a big statement game for Brady just to say to shove it up Belichick's face.
I'm just saying, I wish Gronk could go home too, you know?
Yeah. Facts.
Now get this though. Now get this. If the Patriots somehow end up beating the Bucks, what does that show? Does it show that Brady needed Belichick, or did Belichick
Brady
really need Brady?
Brady already proved that he didn't need Belichick. He got 7. He has more than any franchise.
That's true.
No more proving. This is just, who got one up.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me rephrase it.
Like who got bragging rights, you feel me? Not even that, because Brady got a Super Bowl.
Well, if the Patriots do win, you think they would be showing the blueprint of how to stop Brady and the Bucks? I mean, Rams
That's a good point.
Could the Patriots, if they beat them this week, could they bust it wide open on a blueprint?
Belichick is a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah. I mean, knowing the quarterback for 20 plus years, I think you would know his ins and outs, his goods and his bads. So
Gilmore out there. I mean, that's not like Ramsey, but he locked down on that outside.
I don't think Gilmore is playing.
Gilmore out.
Yeah, I think he's
wow.
I think he hasn't. I don't think Gilmore has played this entire year so far.
I ain't seen Gilmore out there.
Wow. Let me see.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
This year, and I think he doesn't come
back.
Wasn't
he having like contract situations like where he was like trying to hold out? Yeah,
he was having contract situations, and then I think it was something with his ankle, or it was something. I forget what injury he had, but it placed him on IR. I think
he opened up on public. Well, with him out of the mix, I feel like J-Mo said, someone like Gilmore, he practices with him all those years. He would at least be able to know how to jump a couple routes, But if he ain't out there, that doesn't help him at all. I like
mine might be a little
Belichick defensive mindset. I feel like the Bucks are just too potent. On offense, they're too potent, and on defense, they're too nice, and they returned everybody.
That young stud out there, White, he flies to the ball.
Dog. Him and Levante David, dog. It's crazy how they got 2 of those linebackers like that, bro.
They tackled they around like they would have been there like a second later.
Yeah, I think Todd Bowles revs up the heat against Mac Jones, rookie. I think he brings a lot of blitzes on Sunday.
I like that. take. I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks too, bro. Got a couple more, 3 more. Steelers at the Packers, kind of talked about it. Steelers at the Pack. I'm going with discount double check Rodgers that week, bro.
I'm going with Mr. MVP.
Yeah, ever since AR said that 5-letter word, relax. Just I wouldn't be afraid as a Packers fan. Week 1 wouldn't have scared me, honestly.
Really?
Week 1 really would not scared me.
I love
considering the fact it was his worst statistical game ever. Ironically, around going into an off season where he had such a big issue with the team, going into that, all that going into it, he has the worst statistical game ever. And you feel like as a Packer fan, you weren't worried?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been worried. I know Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to just go out there and be like, yeah, I'm just out here to play. No, he's still going to try to achieve his goals.
We know it was just, it was more so just like everybody has that day. And that was just like bad day. Then that defense they were going up against. I mean, hey, can you blame it?
He'll keep doing these subliminal things.
You gotta plug them in. You gotta plug them in.
Davante Adams to 2 catches, 6 yards. Like, come on, man.
And Davante has scored in the last 2 games.
But on Lattimore.
Yeah, I understand. I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
They as a team had a collective bad game.
You know what I'm saying? He had 6 targets, 2 catches. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I get that.
6 yards.
But since then, what has Davante Adams done? Nothing but great things.
He ain't doing it on Lattimore.
You gotta respect it. Lattimore ain't no slouch out there for sure. He a dog.
Yeah,
he a dog.
We respect him. But since then, Adams has shown out.
Hey, I tip my hat, but Lattimore, strap him, seatbelt.
We get that,
Lattimore handles every big receiver. Mike Evans ain't caught a pass on this man in years.
Pega Steelers was be talking Saints. That's what I'm saying.
Oh boy, kind of interesting here. Ravens at Broncos. Broncos still undefeated, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember what were their 3 games, their 3 wins, but
like that's what I'm saying. Like, are they the Steelers 2.0? Like, are they 2.0? I don't know. Like the teams that they played.
Teddy Two Glove got things rocking down there.
Yes, he does.
He does. He really does.
The Broncos as a team are moving like a well-oiled machine. I think they're moving all as a collective group.
Let me tell you this though. You probably saw it. KJ Hamler, he tore his ACL, and then you have Judy who got hurt week 1. I'm not sure if he's gonna be back yet. You got to take that into consideration. Sutton's a dog though.
But you also have Cortland Sutton and you have Noah Fant. And I think you can run the ball with Melvin Gordon. Yeah,
he's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So you think the defense is gonna have to carry this offense to a win?
The defense got it, bro. They got Von Miller up front
and Bradley Chubb on the other side.
Yeah, bro.
You think they got Lamar though? You think they got Lamar?
They can at least contain him. You know Lamar gonna do his thing regardless. But if they can somehow limit that, because he ain't gonna want to run to Von Miller too often, he can get a hold of him.
I don't think you want to run the either side. I don't think Lamar wants to run, period. I think he still wants to prove that he's a passer. So I don't think Baltimore will do too many design runs, but
that defense,
that Broncos
corners, slouches.
Bryce Callahan, Kyle Fuller, Ronald Darby, Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons, Kareem Jackson.
Bro, they nice, bro.
That's a back end for you.
That's a back end for sure. Yeah, they're nice.
That's a back end for you.
Hey, I mean, you line those up against Baltimore's wide receiver room. I'm taking Denver secondary.
Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, having a guy like Lamar Jackson can give you an advantage, but you definitely got to take that into consideration.
It's gonna have to come down to Lamar for real. I'm telling you,
it's always gonna have to come down to Will Lamar for this year. They don't have no running outside of Lamar. You got to think, bro.
Why pick up Le'Veon Bell if you're not going to dress him?
Not going to play him.
Doesn't make any sense.
Le'Veon Bell will be playing right now.
Let me ask you this though.
You know him and Lamar.
You bring in Le'Veon,
right?
And he's not touching the field. Do you think that is because Le'Veon is not doing what he needs to be doing to be able to play? Because I feel like if he's not playing now, Who the heck is gonna pick him up to play any other time? You know what I'm saying, bro? They lost both their running backs. They pick him up and he still hasn't seen the field. Like, what do you think up with that?
Just imagine what Le'Veon Bell and Lamar would do if Le'Veon Bell comes to play how we know Le'Veon Bell can play.
Right.
Le'Veon Bell was a top 3 running back 2-3 years ago.
He was the top back.
Yeah. He was RB1 when he had the sleeve on and the pink pacifier all season, just going crazy.
Yes, crazy.
It's I just find that weird, bro. Like, if they're not finding him reps now, then where is he? Where else is he gonna get picked up to play? They need him out there for the running game. Why is he not getting reps? Is he not doing what he's supposed to be doing? Do they not trust him? I just think that's a crazy situation.
Davius Murray, I'm mad the Saints let him go for real.
Yeah, he's a nice back though. Monday night, I like it. I'm digging it. Raiders at Chargers. Y'all go first. What y'all thinking there?
Chargers coming off a nice win off over Mahomes, and the Raiders are just hot. They hot right now. They love overtime.
Yeah, they love it.
Know how to get through. I'll tell you that.
This is a tough one.
It is.
Because once again, the Chargers should honestly be a 3-0 team. It's crazy. A lot of these teams should be 3-0. Most of the 2-1 teams should be honestly 3-0.
I agree with you there, bro. There's been some very close games this year, and it's not necessarily defenses holding them 27-20. You know what I'm saying? It's like 30-something to 35-36. It's offenses that have to outscore other. Like, it's just crazy the type of how the season's gone so far.
And then Oakland, not Oakland. I'm sorry, Las Vegas. They are a 3-0 team. They know how they're winning right now. They know how to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
John Gruden has them ready to play because coming in, we didn't really think that Vegas was going to start out 3-0. Nobody did.
No.
Losing your old line like you did, and your defense still don't look that much improved, and for you to be 3-0, that says something. That shows that you have your players ready to go out there, crush something.
And the white boy, his name
Renfro.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Henry Ruggs. Don't ever forget Ruggs.
Never. And the one that caught the game winner on the Ravens,
Zay Jones.
They said he the hardest work out of all of them.
I think that's gonna be a nice game, bro. That's gonna be a tough game. Monday night too.
Do they get Josh Jacobs back?
One thing about Las Vegas, they love
I'm
Monday.
not sure.
I don't know if the Raiders get Josh Jacobs back, but if they do, they can run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Washington ran the ball pretty fine against us, but Kansas City didn't really do too much, you know.
Right. They're gonna leave it to Pat.
Yeah.
I might go.
Yeah,
I don't know. I might go with the Chargers. I think, like Damo said, coming off of a win like the Chiefs, which is you gotta love that, especially for them because that's a new coach over there. They're figuring things out, and I like how they're looking. I think Justin Herbert, he's almost top 5 in my opinion because he knows how to play. He can play and he can get the ball where it needs to be.
You know how to win.
And he'll sit in the pocket. He's not going to fold like most quarterbacks. He's going to sit in that pocket and he's going to find that open man.
He can take off.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
6'5", 210, like 200 pounds or something like that. He's strong in the pocket. He's
like that, bro. Any last points y'all want to make before we wrap this up? We're going to have to cut that out.
Bro.
I'm gonna save that, but we gonna have to cut that. That's funny. That is funny. All right. On that note, I thank you guys for tapping in with me today. Much appreciated. I thought we got some real good conversation in, honestly. I thought we got some real good conversation in.
Yes, we did. We got to do this more often, bro. We got to do this every week. We got to.
We gonna have to, bro. Just chop it up. I love it. I appreciate you guys tapping in with us. The Swaggy Sports Podcast. You guys can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. JMO, Fudgy, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. Leave some questions on what y'all want us to talk about next week. We'll get into that. Till next time, appreciate you.
Peace.
All right, bro.